I'm Dale Smith for Looney Politics, and in the wake of Julie Payette's resignation as Governor General, we're asking a lot of questions about the selection process. There used to be a Vice-Regal Appointments Commission that would look over candidates for Lieutenant Governor, Territorial Commissioner, and eventually was designed to look over for the Governor General as well. But Justin Trudeau decided to abandon that process while also replicating its function for Senate appointments as well as Supreme Court justices. Why this is important in the wake of Payette's resignation is because it became very clear that a proper vetting process was not done with her selection. And it leaves questions as to how future appointments can be made better. The essential features of the committee is that it was headed by the Canadian Secretary to the Queen, with 2 permanent federal members and then ad hoc members for the province or territory that was being looked at the time. What they would do is go into that province or territory and do stakeholder relations and talk to civil society groups and elected representatives, as well as community organizations, and get a sense of who is a good person within that community, who would possibly make a good lieutenant governor or territorial commissioner or, in a broader picture, governor general. From there, they would take those names and resumes and winnow them down to a short list that could then be presented to the Prime Minister. This is important because it allows that the Prime Minister still makes the final choice and is still accountable under the terms of responsible government, but it also ensures that there's a broader consultative process. And one of the real value adds of this process is that it gives the provinces or territories for which the selection was being made a real sense of buy-in into the process. It's not just a black box out of PMO or PCO. It's actually engaging with the community to ensure that you've got someone who reflects them as part of the process. I think this is important going forward because it gives us a good guide map for a way of thinking of these appointments and ensuring that we have names put forward that are really reflective of the communities that they represent. And given the ceremonial and head of nation kind of roles that these offices play, I think that's incredibly important. The question now is whether the Prime Minister will reinstate this or a similar type of body going forward after everything that has come out about the Payette appointment. It's probably too late for the next Governor General, given that it was an average of 6-month process for any of the lieutenant governors that the process did undertake. But it would be good to ensure that we have this process going forward so that we have a better process than we saw with Payette. For Looney Politics, I'm Dale Smith.